Hi everyone, today we have a new video review, and as you can see, this is the new submarine from ICM in 1/72 scale. So we have here, I would say, more of a combo set, so there should be two of those. And of course we have a commercial sample here, so it means you will get exactly the same stuff as what you will see in this video review. So both are depicted here on the box art. Here is comparison with my hand. This is not a huge box by any size. And here, by the way, you can see the information about the kit. There is no information note about this submarine, so if you would like to learn more, you have to find it by yourself. But it's written that we have here 36 parts for the S.020 and also 34 parts for the Molch, so it's quite interesting that two of them are included, and of course you can see them here on this, let's say, the side profile. So now I just need a knife in order to open these stickers or cut through them. In the meantime, I can also remind you that you can find the previous reviews with submarines from ICM on our YouTube channel, so it's quite easy to do. Just type in the ICM and you will see all of the kits from this brand. Okay, and what I can say about the previous releases is that they were quite nice, and I would say the price is also quite accessible, so it's not some special overpriced release. And this is really good because it gives you a chance to try something new, especially if you haven't assembled this stuff. So as you might have noticed now, the box structure is standard for this brand, and if I open it, here is what we have inside. So it's not exactly tight packaging, but still there is not that much of space left, I would say. Everything is packed into a resealable plastic bag, and now I'm just trying to open one. And surprisingly, there is also the clear sprue, which is used for the hatches and also for the lights, I guess, for this model. So let's zoom in. Here you can see this sprue, and of course there won't be any masks supplied in the kit, so maybe the masking guide, but this is, I'm also not sure. And you can use the liquid masks probably here just to preserve the clear part, and that would be more than enough. As for the submarine itself, it is supplied on one plastic sprue, so all parts are here, even the special stand, and I will show it in a second once I zoom out. So now you can see it. Of course you will have to assemble that out of two hulls, so be careful and pay attention to how they will be joining together. The same can be said about those torpedoes, and if I flip it over, so here we have the guiding elements, which will be easy to combine together. The same applies to these torpedoes, and the same applies to this tail section. So it's not a difficult assembly styling or design, but still it will be good to pay attention to how those parts go together, and of course spend some time in painting and weathering, because even though this submarine is not that huge, it still will be more interesting if you try to replicate the color shading and also some weathering in terms of the let's say various spills and maybe also the water leaks. And by the way, here you can see the comparison with my hand. So as I said, it's not big, but still it's a noticeable size, even though some modelers can think that in 1/72 scale submarine will be really tiny. Next, I'm opening another plastic bag. So here we have the S.020 or S.020, and I'm not sure how to read it properly. And why I'm a bit confused, because one of the torpedoes decided to go free. Here you can see it, but it's nothing serious, but still something interesting, because it wasn't that tight packaging in my opinion. So here you can see there's two halves again. We have the torpedoes in the middle. Again, we have the special stand. So this is really cool actually that they include the stand, because some of the brands actually do not include even such simple thing, and you have to buy it separately from the same brand. And in my opinion, this is a really strange tactic. Here we have everything in the right way, and the external features look quite nice. So if I zoom in a bit closer, here you can take a closer look. So all of the external features look good, and the same can be said about this half. And again, it's worth playing with the weathering on all of those features, because as you can see, we have raised panel lines, so maybe some color shading and also some weathering with help of pigments. It might be a really good thing to try on this subject and to make all of these features a bit more prominent on the assembled model. If we flip it over, of course there are no exterior parts or interior to be precise, but we have the guiding elements here. And as for the interior, I think CMK was producing some of the, let's say, upgrade sets for these releases, so in case you would like to put something inside, then you will have to wait once they release something. And of course it will also require some modification of those submarine parts, because, well, you can see that there is no way to expose what is inside, so I'm not sure how it will be done or how it can be done. Maybe with some clear insert, maybe with something else, but it will be already a challenge for you. But again, the molding quality here is really nice. I don't have any complaints, and of course there is no flash, because the quality and the production is quite modern here. So next we continue with the assembly manuals, but in the assembly manuals we also have the decals. So first one is dedicated to the same submarine which we just seen, and of course there is no information where these decals were printed, but as you can see the printing quality is really good. Usually I did not have any problems with the decals from ICM, so I think you won't have them either. And as for the assembly manual, here I will have to close the lenses a bit, zoom out. And now you can see that here we have the quite nice brochure for this S.020. We have also the short history note, and we even have the parts map. And it's not exactly the latest kit, because Molch was a bit later. And here you can see the assembly process, which is quite straightforward, I would say. So as I said, if you plan to put some interior, then you have to think how to do it. And of course the marking guide, which is printed in black and white, is not that cool. But this is something what was present in the old releases from ICM. And here, by the way, you can see the more of the parts going on the submarine. We have the torpedoes, and here you can see them all being installed onto this special stand, which is included in the standard package, again, I remind you. And one more thing is the assembly manual for the Molch. So this one is printed in color, but first of all, let me show you the decals as well, because there is also a small decal sheet with this shark mouth, which was visible on the box art. So here you can see it, the printing quality looks good, and overall I think those decals will be also fun to apply. And if we turn to the assembly manual, so here it is. Maybe it's worth opening the lenses a bit, because it's a bit of dark here. And as you can see, we have short history note, paints chart, and specifications of the real submarine. Then assembly process starts. So here we already have some interior parts, but that's because you can expose them with the separate hatch, as far as I remember. So that might be also a thing to consider. And here we continue by joining the hull halves together. Then we continue with more parts being installed from the outside. The torpedo gets assembled and installed. And the last step is installation on the special stand. Here, by the way, you can see the two marking options, which are quite interesting. And of course, even this camouflage one will be a quite nice choice in this scale. I'm not even talking about this shark mouth, because as you can see, it's even more bright. And here we have two more, even the black one and another camouflaged one. So overall, I think it's a really cool combo release for all fans of the submarines in such scale, and I don't think it will take a lot of time to assemble one. And of course, I will be happy to hear your opinion about such release, so do not forget to write it here in the comment section below. And if you like this video, press the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye.